forgotten stretch of northern Arizona highway becomes the center of strange reports after multiple drivers claim an exit appears only at night. They say the exit sign flickers like a glitch in reality before pulling them off the road against their will. Megan Cole, a seasoned trucker who never believed in supernatural stories, becomes the next victim during a routine 2:17 a.m. run. Her GPS rewrites itself, forcing her onto a road that isn't supposed to exist on any map. As she continues driving, her GPS freezes and then jumps 40 minutes ahead. Her clock cycles through random times as if something is rewriting reality around her. Radio picks up whispering voices reciting coordinates she has never heard before. Even the engine sound becomes muffled like the world is folding inward. Then she sees it, a glowing green sign that reads Exit 9B. Rest stop. The letters flicker several seconds ahead of the light source as if time is out of sync. Megan feels her hands turning the wheel without making the choice herself. She exits the highway before she fully understands what she's doing. The ramp leads her downward into a perfect circular valley surrounded by identical trees. The air becomes thick and heavy, swallowing every sound, including her engine. The sky above looks unnaturally black, not a single star visible, like the night has been replaced by a void. She feels as if she is entering a sealed world cut off from reality. Then a neon-lit diner appears, in the center of the valley with a bright red open sign buzzing softly. There are no cars, no power lines, and no surrounding roads leading anywhere else. The neon flickers faster than the bulbs themselves, like the sign is running ahead in time. Megan hesitates, but an overwhelming feeling pushes her toward the door. Inside, the bell rings 2 seconds before she even touches the handle. The diner is filled with people frozen mid-motion, their faces still, their hands lifted as if paused in time. Cups of coffee steam, forks hover in midair, and a cigarette burns in an unmoving hand. It looks like life has been stopped inside a photograph. Megan steps deeper inside, but none of the people blink or breathe. Suddenly, a young boy in a booth moves only his eyes toward her. Without moving his lips, he whispers, "Don't stay." His voice sounds slightly delayed, as if echoing from a different timeline. Shaken, Megan pulls out her phone and sees the date reading. July 11th, 2074. Her message list is filled with texts she never sent, written to people she doesn't know. Before she can react, the phone dies instantly, shutting off like its battery was drained by something unseen. Megan rushes outside in panic. Her truck is gone, replaced by an identical model buried in thick desert dust. The license plate shows it expired 40 years ago, yet the engine is still warm. She climbs inside and finds a map dated 1962 sitting on the passenger seat. A chill runs down her spine as she realizes no timeline matches what she's seeing. Suddenly, she hears footsteps behind her, slow, deliberate, and perfectly in rhythm. A waiter from the 1950s appears out of nowhere, his smile stretched too wide. When he speaks, his voice echoes before his lips move. "Checking in." Or "checking out." He says, with a tone that feels rehearsed for decades. Tear. Megan drives away, but every road brings her back to the diner. Each time she circles back, more frozen people appear inside, some wearing modern clothes, some wearing old-fashioned outfits, and some wearing clothing she doesn't recognize. Time is layering on itself like overlapping film reels. Megan can feel her mind slipping as the loops grow shorter. Meanwhile, a highway patrol officer picks up her distorted distress call. He tries tracing her GPS, but the signal comes from a blank zone the maps don't acknowledge. His radio plays 3 voices at once, his own Megan's, and a third voice whispering coordinates in perfect harmony. He heads toward the location despite the growing static. When he reaches the area, the exit is missing entirely. Only flat desert remains, as if nothing had ever been built there. Later that morning, the patrol discovers Megan walking barefoot along the main highway. She clutches a diner receipt stamped 11:59 p.m. No, exit. Megan is unresponsive, repeating only one phrase, "I didn't check out." Her eyes stare straight ahead like she's still inside the diner. Investigators try returning to the site, but find no valley, no trees, and no road leading down. Their dashcam shows a burst of neon light at 2:14 a.m. before cutting to static. Local Navajo residents claim the valley was swallowed by something unnatural long ago. They warn that certain places remember the people who enter them. Truckers whisper that Exit 9B chooses its victims based on exhaustion, fear, or curiosity. Some believe the diner feeds on lost time, trapping versions of people from futures that never happened. Detectives link several missing person cases to the exact same GPS coordinates. Every phone shows a brief time skip shortly before losing contact. Third, one missing woman's phone showed a selfie inside a diner booth, surrounded by blurred figures reaching toward her. No one has been able to explain the image. NASA satellite footage later captures a perfect circular valley appearing at night for exactly 1 minute. The diner glows bright red in the center before the entire image fades like a smudged drawing. AFES shows dismissed the footage as a compression error. But analysts notice the valley wasn't there before and wasn't there after. Another trucker's dashcam captures a neon diner glowing for 7 seconds in the middle of the desert. A dark silhouette stands in the window, waving him closer. The trucker disappeared the next night without a trace. His cab was found abandoned with the engine running. Now travelers report seeing the exit more frequently, each time lasting a little longer. Some claim the diner is starting to appear closer to the main highway. Others say the neon sign occasionally flickers in the rearview mirror, even when they're miles away. If you're ever driving late at night and a glowing sign appears where no exit should be, don't turn toward it. Because if you enter exit 9B, you may never check out again. Some diners don't want customers, they want company forever.